Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Black 80.
Garoppolo on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Being chased out left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now it's Breida. And an Allen run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Garoppolo again here on second and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Garoppolo again. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin from 4 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Here we go. Hey, 4 down.
Breeze going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
21. Hey. Got 3 down.
Garoppolo. Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. But with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malcolm Smith coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
21.
Breeze now. He'll let it fly in the direction again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 66 yards. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th, youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick leading them versus Sean McVay's first time in the Super Bowl leading the Rams. Will that game experience come into play at all? But I do like this about Sean McVay. Raised in the game, raised up through the NFL system, no matter how young he might be. Remember, his grandfather was a head coach and a GM in the league. He gets it. He understands. I highly expect the moment to be just fine for him and not too big.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Garoppolo. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Here's Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. But while we have a second here, how about we get bold and make a couple Super Bowl predictions?
Hey, why not? Let's go ahead and put ourselves on the spot.
Just more fodder for the angry people. What do you think? Who's going to win it? Who's going to be the MVP?
Well, my prediction for this one is the New England Patriots win the football game. They win it 32-30. The MVP, the McCourty twins, Jason and Devin. They both get 2 interceptions.
A breakaway from Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 74 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And 2 picks thrown here in this 1st half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They run with Breida. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Over the middle to Garcon. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Ready. We waiting?
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Ready. We waiting? 12. Ready for shot.
A final shot before half for Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On first down, Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11. Ready. Y'all are waiting.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. They find some open field here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a 1st down. Breeze now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the...
Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are back within a score. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21.
Here's a toss coming right. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Malcolm Smith in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
36.
On second down, here's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Breeze now on 1st down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, where do you find that one in the playbook, Charles?
You don't. You absolutely don't. And sometimes what happens is guys want to make a big play, and they turn it into a really bad one. Sometimes you're best just to cut your losses and go down. I hope we don't see another.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Let's go, defense. 12. Ready, what's that?
From the gun, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. This time the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. We're waiting. 36, 36. 21, 21. That's track. That's track. 11, 11, 11, 11. Ready, push that.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. This is Breida. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And incomplete. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the...
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk from 4 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here?
Hey, gun. Here we go. Hurry up. Watch it.
Here's a toss coming right, and he will get into the end zone. So the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. Needed a couple yards for the two-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Ready. Ringo. 51's the mic. Under. Right here. 11. What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes this one to Meredith. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Got it. One day. 12.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion. Beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really...
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Check 12.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. He gets this one to Garcon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there.
Ready. You ready? 21. 21. 11. Hey, two.
Breeze now on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And before the second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Ready. You ready? 11. Hey, left. 11.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the... The 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Eli Apple good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And now running right through it. Fights through and now a crease. Past the 20, 10, and across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there. 64 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy. Out of here and do something some other time, but some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Yellow waiting. Under. Waiting, let's check.
One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.